thank you for being here with us. Apologies for not presenting in Spanish. I'm apparently the only person who's delivering the presentation in English. So for this reason, I will try to make it as simple and easily to understandable as possible. So I'm Russian Estonian, and over the past 7 years, I've been relocating like crazy, having lived in 7 countries, lived, studied, and worked. All the way from New Zealand, Australia, Singapore, Turkey, Russia, Spain, Austria. Yes, now I'm here in Spain. So then you would imagine that every single time that I was relocating, riding the wave of globalization and that ultimate mobility, the biggest problem on the flip side that I experienced was the physical stuff management. Self-storage system and relocation companies, these are the traditional industries that were not disrupted. I mean, I was using Uber, I was using Airbnb, I was using Facebook to post my statuses and so on and so forth. But then every single time out of those 7, I was going through the very expensive, non-controlled, time-consuming, and very untransparent service such as relocation and self-storage. I was longing for the very simple solution whereby someone would just come over to my place, grab all my stuff, then upload that somewhere, make it easily available to me over the online management system, and then afterwards, whenever I need it back, wherever, regardless wherever or whenever, I would just stop the button and then I would receive it back. And this is exactly the service that we launched in Madrid a month ago. It is available on the mobile phone, Android, iOS. It's available on the internet. It's a one-stop shop approach whereby we're using the IT solution, artificial intelligence, and the big data, so to make it as simple as possible for all of you to enjoy the world of the cloud storage solutions. What does the stuff management system in the 21st century look like? The first things first, it's absolutely transparent because you have to know what data you're using, what price you're paying. There's no have to deposit. It's an all-inclusive solution. It's a one simple way of communication. I mean, obviously, it did help me because I'm using the service myself. I'm living in a very tiny cubicle, which is only 4 square meters of space. So I'm using that service myself. And obviously, you want to know the market in Spain. Well, the market in Spain is $500 million. That's a cumulative, including the relocation and self-storage. While the total market in the European Union is pretty huge, that the cumulative market adds up to 14 to 15 billion of euros. And that's in European Union only. Our competitive advantage, just as I was mentioning, just as I was saying, is the absolute simplicity and one-stop shop approach and the transparency of the service that we are bringing over to you. Use it either on the mobile phone, use it also on the internet. It's the same backend, it's just a different way of representation. Our go-to-market is based on the fact that we are giving you that efficiency by transparency. We have nothing to hide. We're absolutely transparent. So for this reason, we give you that pricing policy. You always know what you pay for. It's easy to use. It's one click. You have it in the cloud. It's one click back. You have it down here on the earth. As of right now, we are converting those users that already require the service. The next thing is the partnership. We have launched the company with Buddy, and we are looking to wrap up the marketing campaign with Spot Home. Our sales channels is quite simple and easy. Over 65% of leads are generated for the traditional industry, are generated by the internet. Obviously, in our case, as long as we are operating in the world of IT and big data, it's all being delivered over the internet itself. On top of it, we are delivering to businesses, small and medium enterprises. As I talk here, my team is wrapping up a pretty good deal with a local company, e-commerce company that need to store their inventory in business archives. And this is exactly what we are doing. It's all based on the static stage, which is the storage, whereby we're giving you several solutions, optimizing your cost structure. And the second thing is the dynamic stage, whereby you can easily move your stuff from one place to another place. Again, one click. The product strategy is based on 3 pillars, depending on the level of advancement. As of right now, we've rolled out and we've deployed storage and delivery. We've partnered up with local relocation companies, and we have the mobile app wrapped up. On the next stage, we're gonna avail the functionality of the e-commerce, whereby, imagine Amazon, you can buy and sell, but imagine your own stuff, just this way. Buy and sell all your stuff that you have in the cloud. And the very next and the most advanced level of the progression here is whereby you can easily synchronize all your stuff, easily move it from one place to another place, from one country to another country, all over the European Union. This is whereby we're deploying that's ethereal cloud storage. This is our team. We have 3 full-timers working full-time on that project for the past 6 months. We are all start-uppers with a pretty decent background of experience in startups. We have a pretty good CTO. He is right now working on pretty much all the aspects of the IT. He's majoring in artificial intelligence, so it's basically something that he's working on in his spare time. The financials, pretty much self-explanatory. And this is our proposition. As of right now, we're looking for 180K for 20% of an exchange of equity to roll out the market of Spain and to break even in 12 months. This is the scenario for Spain. The next one, which is the growth stage, that involves 3 million on top of it of the investment to go and to cover the entire European Union. The potential exits in 3 to 5 years, either through an M&A with one of the big players in the industry, or through an IPO. Thank you.